This is Baihetan, the world's second biggest hydroelectric dam. It feeds power to Hangzhou, a population and industry-dense city. But the catch is, these two places are nearly 2,000 kilometers apart. One in China's southwest, where some 80% of the country's hydroelectricity supply is generated, and the other in the east, a region responsible for most of the country's power consumption. Transmitting electricity from one side of the country to the other is no small feat, partly due to what's known as transmission loss, or the energy lost when electricity travels across a network over great distances. Instead, this project, completed late last year, uses ultra-high voltage transmission. The infrastructure means electricity can travel efficiently from one end of these massive power lines at high voltages to the other end, which is here, in milliseconds.
The ultra-high voltage system can enable high-volume, low-cost and long-distance power transmission. Take the 800,000 volt direct current transmission, for example. The electricity loss over a few thousand kilometers is as low as only 4 to 6% of the total volume.
The over $4 billion mega project is completed in just under 16 months. This converter station in Hangzhou receives the direct current from the ultra-high voltage lines and converts it into alternating current to power industries and households. Part of this massive station is still under construction.
These instruments hang 14 meters above the ground. They're called the converter valves. They represent our most essential equipment and are the heart of this station.
Taking a closer look, the structures here do resemble the cardiovascular system. Workers are busy assembling parts, so the station can be fully operational by the summer when electricity consumption is expected to peak.
This is a challenging project. The requirement for electrical insulation is high, the main wiring is complex, and the construction is very difficult. The project spanned 5 provinces, and it went through large amounts of testing before operation.
The Baihetan Zhejiang project is one of 37 ultra-high voltage projects built by the state-owned company State Grid. The firm says the clean power carried by the system has reduced China's overall CO2 emissions by 2.4 billion tons.
In the past, we mainly relied on coal burning. The amount of electricity we could generate depended on how many tons of coal we could ship to the local power stations.
In addition to helping China reach its carbon reduction goals, this new infrastructure generates new business opportunities as well. Due to the large investment, these projects usually involve dozens of research institutes, equipment manufacturers, and construction companies across the country. State Grid says its ultra-high voltage projects attracted more than $200 billion in investments last year alone. This power project is expected to provide electricity to 8.6 million families in eastern China. For many here, the lights they switch on in the evening may just be powered by water from all the way across the country. Chengxi, CGTN, Hangzhou, Zhejiang Province.